Very happy to be talking with you.
All right, you as well?
For the past 2 weeks, my beautiful partner and I have been travelling around Southern California.
How exciting.
Very, very exciting. Something interesting happened when we were in Mount Shasta.
All right, do tell.
We were lying on the grass and there was a dark ring that appeared around the sun.
All right.
We took some photos, and when we looked at those photos later on, there was a very bright white orb with a purple shroud appearing in each of those photos.
Yes.
That orb also appeared in other locations in Yosemite and the Grand Canyon.
Yes.
So I wanted to know...
Feel like you're being watched?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Feel like you have an interdimensional stalker?
Yes. A little bit, yes. Mm.
Oh, there you are. Yes. And so?
Can you tell me who that stalker is, Bashar?
Yes, I can. It's you.
Mm.
You're watching yourself from another dimension, from another level.
Okay, okay.
Yes?
And is there any specific purpose for that happening in that...
Yes.
In Mount Shasta at that specific time?
Because you are in one of the primary vortices on your planet. You are in the crown chakra of the Earth in Mount Shasta. And so in noticing the idea of the ring, you were, in your senses, interpreting the idea of the edge of the vortex. There is a place in all vortices that is called the ring of balance. At least that's what we call it. Your scientists know about it. It's a ring around any vortex of any kind. An interdimensional one, a black hole, even a vortex in water. There is a ring, there's an area right at the outer edge of that vortex where nothing goes out and nothing goes in. It's a stabilized ring that defines the threshold of the vortex. The ring you saw around the sun was your senses' interpretation of the stabilization ring around the vortex of the crown chakra of your planet. And because it is an interdimensional gateway and doorway, it is easier in many cases for interdimensional beings to project themselves through that point and enter your reality through those stable vortices, through those stable doorways. And then do the observing they need to observe so that they can see if the vibrations and energies and stabilizations are taking place according to the agreements that were made, and offer any kind of balancing act or assistance that may be required in that place and in that time as they check up upon another version of themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you. I also had a question about the Essassani Oversoul.
Yes.
Was it created and in place before your civilization occupied your planet?
Yes.
No, okay.
That's why it was created, to stabilize the planet that was terraformed for our particular existence on that planet. Now, it didn't exactly express the Oversoul in the same way then that it does now, because it was, in a sense, a kind of a blank slate. It did act to stabilize the planet. It did act, in a sense, as a kind of a observational supercomputer. But when we chose to experience ourselves there physiologically, then it began to infuse itself, or be infused with our Oversoul energy. Does that make sense?
It does, it does. So in that vein, does humanity have an Oversoul?
Well, of course. It does have an Oversoul. It has an Oversoul of Oversouls, and that has split itself into about 300 to 400,000 miniature Oversouls that represent all of the 7 billion incarnations on your planet.
Okay, so there's no physical human Oversoul at this point in time.
We will get to that in the transmission coming from Epsilon later.
Okay, okay. I also had a question, it might be a little bit cheeky, but...
cheeky?
Yes. Can you tell me what specific event will occur in the fall of 2016 to create
Absolutely
everything to
not.
change? Okay. Okay. I'm curious about the 13, which you have spoken about in previous channels.
13?
The humans who were born...
Yes.
Not on Earth.
The 13.
The
yes.
13.
Yes, what about them?
Are they living together with one civilization, or are they spread out across the universe?
Well, not across the universe, no. They come together, they split apart. They don't go maybe as far as you might think.
Are they involved in the first contact with the Yahyel in any way, with humanity?
They are involved in a certain way. We apologize for being cryptic, but we're not allowed to say much.
Okay.
Does this help you?
It does. It
All
does. One last question,
Yes.
Bashar. Flight MH370, the Malaysian airline.
You're not getting anything from us other than what we've already said.
Okay.
It involved the idea of defection or asylum, and that's all we're allowed to say.
Okay. Thank you very much. I love you.
Our unconditional love to you as well.
Hello, Bashar.
Annie, good day.
It's a pleasure meeting you in person, so to speak.
So to speak.
Yes.
Speak up and be bold so that all may
Okay.
hear what you have to share.
All right. I would appreciate your insight about an experience I had when I was about 9 to 10.
All right. Describe.
Well, I remember just waking up in this body as if I was falling from the light into this physical world.
Yes.
And I felt myself shrinking to fit into this physical world.
Well, that's
And-
common because you are more expanded as a spirit than you are as a physical being.
Okay. So I remember I didn't speak any, like the language of the people, which was English.
Yes.
I didn't know any of the people around me. I didn't know the earth or anything, but I remember hearing voices speaking to me and sort of educating me for the next
Yes.
2 weeks.
Yes.
So for a long time, I didn't know what that experience was until someone told me that's a walk-in
Well, sort of.
experience. So
You have a little bit of a misunderstanding in your terminology in metaphysics about what a walk-in actually is.
okay.
Many people on your planet use the term in kind of an outdated, obsolete, and old-fashioned way to assume that there is somehow an original soul to a body that somehow leaves, and then a new soul comes in as if you were renting out an apartment. That's not exactly what's happening. What's happening is a shift is taking place in the vibration of the soul so that when it had a, let's say, lower vibration expression, it is now shifted to a higher vibration expression of itself, which of course will take on the characteristics of a new personality, because only a new personality can be more authentically representative of the new higher vibration shift that has taken place within the soul. So in a sense, what you did is you expanded yourself, redefined yourself, and then replaced that focus, but from a new perspective of more of yourself. You brought more of yourself to bear in that expression after that point. You upgraded yourself, so to speak. Does that make sense?
It does. I guess part of it was it felt so traumatic.
Well, that's just because of the expectations and the definitions you had of physical reality and how you relate to those kinds of things. Because when you're not used to the idea, when it's not taught to you that it's normal and natural to be able to handle higher frequency energies, you may have definitions within you that cause certain kinds of constrictions or resistances in your physical body to those higher energies. And it may be a little bit uncomfortable and traumatic for the body at first to open itself up and stretch itself in order to accommodate what it perceives to be a higher energy that it otherwise would not be able to accommodate without that kind of relaxing and stretching. The channel himself, when he first attempted to get used to our energy, often expressed the idea as if he was attempting to allow Hoover Dam to come through a garden hose.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
The hose needed to stretch very much bigger. It needed to relax his assumptions and expectations to allow our energy to be able to support and nurture him instead of burning him out and tiring him out from the resistance to the energy. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So simply sometimes the definitions on your world will allow for those kinds of shifts At first, perhaps, to be experienced with a little degree of discomfort, but it will go away, and the more you get used to the idea of accepting higher frequencies through yourself, the less and less you will need to experience it in any kind of a traumatic or even an uncomfortable way.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, and?
On the same thing, in terms of memory, the thing I noticed was like memories from my childhood before that event.
Yes.
I couldn't remember a lot of things.
That's because they're not your memories anymore.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Again, remember, when we say you shift to be a new person, we mean it quite literally.
Okay.
If you really think about it just for a minute, if you're actually a new person, wouldn't you have a different history?
Yes.
Then you'd have different memories, wouldn't you?
Okay. So that makes sense. Why I
Yes, it
couldn't
does.
recall. All right.
That's why I said it.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Does that help you?
It does. And then just one more
Yes.
question. I would appreciate your insights on experience I had when I was a child where I remember every night when I went to bed, I could feel these eyes of these beings watching me as I
Yes.
was going to sleep.
Yes.
And then sometimes they would take me and I
Yes.
would be scared.
All
but
right.
then I would
Well,
wake
again,
up.
that's just because you don't really understand what's going on. And you don't remember making an agreement to do that with them as part of the hybridization agenda. But we're grateful for it because we wouldn't exist without your participation.
Can you tell me who they were? 'Cause
They
there so
were a
many-
type of gray being, as you call them on your planet, that were, well, in a sense, helping you fulfill the agreement you made to be of assistance to their world and your world and our world in providing information and material for the creation of the hybrid races.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
But again, because this was not considered normal or natural, because you had forgotten these agreements, we understand it may have been a little bit scary at first. But nevertheless, the more you open up to the understanding of your agreement and your participation in these things, the more conscious awareness and control you will have in these situations if and when they occur. And you will understand more clearly that you made this agreement, and you will see what part you are playing in it more clearly.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Pleasant dreams to you.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Bless you.
And then one final thing about mirrors. I've noticed, at least for me, I always feel like there's somehow...
Speak up, speak up.
I feel like the mirrors, somehow for me, they're kind of like portals. I can always feel
In a
like there
sense.
are people watching through them.
In a sense, that is so, from one particular point of view.
Okay.
Let me give you a little bit of a mind exercise just to play with your mind a little bit.
All right.
All of you. Begin just for fun. Don't let it go too far. Just for fun, when you look at a mirror, allow yourself to actually assume it's a window into a parallel reality where there is a version of yourself that is absolutely almost so identical to you, you can't tell the difference between you, who is obviously doing exactly the same things at the same time that you are because it's a parallel reality. But assume it's actually a different parallel version of you and not actually your reflection. See what happens when you start looking at it that way. Windows, in that sense, will open up. Mirrors will actually begin to be capable of being used as psychomantiums into parallel worlds, and you'll actually be able to start seeing different things in the mirror in the right lighting.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome!
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. And look up Psychoantium.
Hello, Bashar.
Andy, you good day?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Speak up.
I wanted to actually touch on what she just said.
Speak up.
I wanted to touch on what she said
Yes.
about seeing things in the mirror.
Yes.
I remember doing, I can't remember the exercise, but it was one where you had us dim down the lights and sort of meditate in a candle. I think it was
That's
next
a
to a mirror.
Psychoantium.
Yeah, and
You're in a dimly lit room, and you are looking into a mirror, but the mirror has absolutely no reflection in it because it's facing a blank wall. And as you do that, and you peer into that mirror, you can actually start to open your senses to other dimensions, other levels, spirit realities, parallel worlds, yes.
because I'm not sure, because I felt like I saw something.
You're not sure, but you felt like you
Okay,
saw something.
I did, because
All right.
then a part
What
of
did you
me.
see?
There was a figure on the other side, but once I saw it, I stopped doing it because I like the spirit came in me, and
Are you saying you freaked out?
yes.
All right, well, you'll get used to it. There's nothing to be afraid of. That's like saying you knocked on the door of a neighbor, and when they opened the door, you freaked out and ran away, leaving them standing there, scratching their head. Well, what did you knock for?
I didn't really think they were home. So I guess. Also,
What?
huh?
What did you say?
I said, I guess I didn't really, there was a part of me that didn't think that they were really home, really there.
Oh, I see. All right, well, surprise. But they are.
Yeah.
And is that something that you would like to explore some more?
Yes.
All right, well, go ahead. Nothing's stopping you.
Also,
Oh, one moment. Perhaps the spirit that you encountered is saying, if I came to the door with milk and cookies, would you stay? Spiritually speaking. Would you?
yes, but
Yes, but I don't like
I
those
can-
kind of cookies.
No.
Run away.
I don't need the cookies. That's what I'm saying. I don't need the cookies.
Well, spiritual cookies.
Yes, well, I do want those cookies. So,
All right,
okay.
well, then that spirit has some spiritual cookies for you. So don't run away the next time you knock on the door. You know, it's kind of, well, rude.
Yes.
Just joking with you.
Okay.
The spirit doesn't really care. The spirit loves you unconditionally, but it is certainly happy to invite you to have an exchange, to have an exploration. Please don't worry, you're not going to die just because you're interacting with the spirit. You won't get lost, you won't lose yourself. It's not possible. The spirit will remind you of who you are, will always make sure you're not getting lost in yourself, and when the time comes, the spirit will kick you out.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
So don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just have fun with it. Just go tra-la-la-la-la, knock, knock, knock. Trick or treat.
Okay.
And see what you get. All right?
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Yes. I also wanted to ask, I often see like golden sparkles in the
Yes.
sky or at night or
yes, yes.
sometimes.
All right. All of you, again, please pay attention. As you expand your consciousness, as you explore more of your spirituality, your physical senses are going to expand. And you're going to start seeing things and energies and dimensions and forms and shapes and beings and consciousnesses that are all around you all the time, but are invisible to you because you simply haven't been keyed to their frequency. But now your senses are expanding to take in higher frequencies. So you're going to start seeing things that you previously couldn't see. It's just similar to the idea of your visible spectrum of light. You know that there is infrared light and you know there is ultraviolet light, and you cannot normally see these with your eyes. Eventually you will, because you're expanding your senses. Just as certain animals can see ultraviolet light, like bees, you are learning to extend your senses to see what is now invisible to you. So you're going to see into other dimensions. You're going to see the workings, the underpinnings, the underlying energy matrices of other dimensions along with other beings, and so on and so forth. This is natural for this transformational age, to extend your senses into these things you couldn't see before, that's all.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
So enjoy it. Enjoy the light show.
Okay.
Anything else?
One last thing. I feel like I have a problem with
You
saving.
have a what? We are selectively deaf to certain terms. You mean you have a challenge?
Yes.
An exciting challenge?
Very exciting.
All right, well, if you want to experience it that way, don't define it negatively as a problem. Because remember, there is no situation that's inherently difficult. Only your definition of it makes it experienced as difficult.
Yes.
It's not experienced as difficult on its own. It's just neutral. What you define it to be is how you experience it. So would you rather have a problem or would you rather have a challenge?
A challenge.
Then have a challenge.
Okay.
Pay attention to how you say things, because often how you say things is how you're actually defining them in your unconscious mind.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right. So you have this challenge. What is your exciting challenge that you are facing now in this extraordinary life you are choosing to live?
My challenge is the ability to release, I guess, money, things that I value without fear. I feel like I save more than I spend, and a lot of most of my
Well, we're not
highest
saying there's
excitements.
anything wrong with that per se, but if you have a fear attached to it, then yes, that's an indication that you have a negative definition of either that or something else. The way you have framed that sentence, the way you have phrased that concept, implies that you don't value enough other things. That you are limiting your definition of value and restricting it in a very specific way that doesn't allow you to experience value in other forms of abundance. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand what our definition of abundance is,
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Repeat it.
Having what you need when you need it. The ability to have what you need.
The ability to do.
The ability to do.
Not have.
Okay. The ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Yes.
The only way you can actually experience the flow of abundance that way is by valuing all forms in which abundance can come. Money on your planet is a legitimate expression of exchange and abundance and fairness and balance, but the idea is it's not the only way. And sometimes money is actually not the path of least resistance. It can be a combination of things too. You might get a little bit of money, you might get a trade, you might get a gift. In combination, those three things might be enough to allow you to do what you need to do when you need to do it. So if you're open to all forms in which abundance can come, and you can compile them and add to them and put them together and then say, well, between this and this and this, I'm able to do what I need to do, instead of insisting that it all has to be this or it all has to be this. Let it be a combination of different forms of abundance. Why not? What do you care? As long as you have the ability to do what you need to do. And of course, you have to pay attention to the idea of what it is you think you need to do as opposed to what you actually really do need to do. Because sometimes the negative ego may make you think that certain things have to happen in a certain way, and the higher mind is attempting to tell you they don't have to happen that way at all. You understand?
Yes.
So you have to be able to tell the difference between when your physical mind is attempting to convince you that things have to happen a certain way, as opposed to the higher mind just showing you the way in which they actually can happen. This is why you need to relax the expectation component of your physical mind, because your physical mind has no idea how something might actually happen. You might have a glimmer. It might be right from time to time, but that doesn't mean it's always right. That doesn't mean it always knows. In fact, it rarely knows how something is actually going to happen. That's called surprise. That's called the unexpected. That's called the path of least resistance. That's called go with the flow. That's called being flexible. That's called being open to what you actually are instead of insisting on what you think you need to be. Is this helping?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, this is helping.
All right. So
Yes,
relax your definition to need abundance to come in a certain way. Act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence on the outcome. And excitement will function as the complete kit that it is to allow you to keep moving in the direction of your highest excitement, to keep expanding in that way, no matter that it might come in a variety of forms that your physical mind might think they look like they have nothing to do with one another. The excitement tells you they are connected, not the way things look. Yes?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
Is that sufficient?
Yes.
Well then, thank you.
Thank you. I love you.
Our love to you as well. Again, please, please, please remember, we are not just giving you aphorisms and nice, fun sayings. This is physics. This is how it works. We are describing energy states. We are describing physics. We are describing the laws of creation. What you put out is what you get back. It's as simple as that. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple.
Hello, Bashar.